I think this is our first going live on Substack. We are celebrating today all the things that make us joyful as a part of the ZOE On Campus network. And really, it boils down to all the amazing things that the campus ministries and supportive congregations are doing to support young people in beloved community and practices of beloved community, social justice, spiritual exploration, and actions for the flourishing of all God's creation. It's an amazing group, and we're just gonna pop around on our little map here and see what people are up to. It's a great way to kind of reintroduce this to everybody. Let me show you just a couple of things. We've got lovely map here going worldwide. You can kind of see it. And these little stars are places where we have connected with campuses all across the United States. There's even some folks down in Australia that are doing some good work down there. And we're going to pop around to a few of those and just see if we can lift up some stories of joy today. All right. So why don't we start with my home state of Michigan? We're just going to zoom in. All across the bottom here of the state, we've got some good things going on. But let's start up here at our friends at the United Campus Christian Fellowship. They have a new director, and they're doing some good work up there. UCCF is supported by 4 denominations, and they're active on campus, both at Grand Valley State and Kendall College downtown in Grand Rapids, and they're doing some really good things. Let's see what they've got going on. I don't know. We haven't checked. It's finals week. And it's really good to know that even in the midst of, finals and schoolwork, our campus ministries are supporting young people in the work that they have to do. We give a little shout out to UCCF over there in Grand Rapids, Michigan. All right. Where's next? Let's take a look at our friends at All Together. They're down here. They're doing great work at Wayne State University and the University of Michigan, Dearborn, and other campuses in the area. And I just celebrate one of their things that they did last year. At the close of last year, was they took a retreat up to Holden Village, and these are folks that haven't been very far outside of Michigan. Some of them students that hadn't made that kind of a trip before. I was pleased to see the pictures of college students holding their phone up to the sky trying to get some signal. But of course, there was none to be had. We lift up a little prayer for Holden Village. I think they're facing some weather-related, flood-related, and avalanche-related issues right now. So we just hold them kind of in our hearts today. Let's check out Canterbury, Michigan State. What do we got? Here we go. We got some Christmas parties going on. We've recently completed the Transgender Day of Remembrance, Bible studies, Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi and snacks, all the things that make an inclusive and welcoming community. We give a little shout out to Canterbury at Michigan State, our Spartans up there. Now, this next one before we leave Michigan is a little bit of a self-promotion. Part of my work that I do in Detroit is to work really alongside of all the things that All Together is doing. But from our heritage as a 60 or 70 year long United Methodist related campus ministry, it's called Motor City Campus Ministry. So I'll just lift up a little bit of what we're doing. We're always trying to make a ruckus for goodness. And we figure that if students can be co-conspirators in that work, we're going to be doing good things. I'll just lift up one thing that's coming up in March. It's a return for us down to Nashville, Tennessee, and we're going to be working with Nashville Canterbury um, on this one. It's a music and arts week, so students that are songwriters, musicians, poets, visual artists, editors, audio engineers, etc., coming together for a few days to practice their craft, build a new worship album, album of new songs that maybe some congregations can sing and faith communities can sing. And there'll be a benefit also. Sales will support um, the ministries that are working to support folks caught in an increasingly militarized immigration system. So we are excited about that. If anybody's out there and is interested in coming down to Nashville or over to Nashville, wherever you're coming from, uh, in March 19 through the 22nd, around that time, we'd love to chat with you. So a little shout out to Motor City Campus Ministry that I am personally connected with. Well, let's take a look elsewhere. We've got folks that are lots of places around the country, but I am currently actually spending some time down here in this part of the world. I'm in this year. My family has been outside of Auckland in New Zealand in a little town called Thames. That's where I'm coming to you from right now. But while I was down here, we were able to make some phone calls and connections to the Christian Students Uniting group. And that's over here in Australia. Christian Students Uniting is a campus ministry at a number of different campuses. And they have, it's an interdenominational group, University of New South Wales, University of Technology at Sydney, University of Sydney. Some poets as a part of their organization as well. And let's see what else is going on, maybe in some news and updates. They're working on embodied faith practices, building communities around ritual, and doing justice, aka hope. We give them a big shout out. I want to lift them up. Christian Students Uniting down in Australia. These are all folks that we could meet and greet and find ways to connect people with. So please be on the lookout for times when we can do that. If you know of campus ministries that should be on our lists, please let us know. We'd love to meet them and talk to them, hear what they're doing, and amplify the stories of the students that are there. Over in the California area, we've got the Cal Aggie Christian Association and the CA House. Growing spiritually, demanding justice, and welcoming all are their catchphrase. Home of a multi-faith living community. And current residents can find all they need to know about living in their community there. That's great. And let's look at their Monday night co-conspirators. Mondays during the academic year, in the living room, there's a vegetarian dinner that's provided. It's a space that's radically and unapologetically LGBTQIA plus affirming and welcoming. The executive director leads explorations of theology and spiritual practices and shares process of our own spiritual journey and backgrounds together. One of the things that ZOE Campus Ministries are great at doing is helping people wrestle with the faith that they came to campus with and finding ways to grow in that faith and also to do any of the important wrestling that they need to do. Here is what I heard at church as a kid. I am wondering if it makes sense now. How can we talk this through? And the campus ministry student leaders and the campus ministers and clergy are just amazing folks to help with that kind of conversation. So that's a little bit about what the CA House is doing over in California. Here's the let's drop down to the front porch at San Luis Obispo. You can check them out and find them as well. Canterbury Bridge Student Association is up in San Jose. And a little bit about them. Canterbury Bridge is a campus ministry rooted in the Episcopal tradition and open to people of all faiths and backgrounds. They serve the San Jose State University community and create welcoming spaces where students can find practical support, spiritual connection, and a sense of belonging. Their mission is simple: walk alongside students so they can focus on learning and growing, not just to get by. We help first generation and underserved students stay in school through scholarships, emergency financial aid, food and hygiene programs, and housing and support. At the same time, we foster understanding across faith traditions through dialogue, service, and shared action for justice. The reality on many of our campuses is that there probably is students that are part of our campuses for whom they are having to make some decisions about whether or not they can pay tuition or have something to eat or buy books for class. And for many, it's not an and, it's an or. Um, Folks who are choosing to be homeless so that they can attend school. Folks choosing to drop out of school because they don't have enough money for room and board. It's a challenge, and anytime our campus ministries can kind of step in and offer some opportunity to support students who find themselves in that moment, it's a powerful moment and a powerful presence, and we really are joyful for that, even in the midst of the struggle that it represents. We have some other ones down in the Los Angeles area. Shout out to our Claremont Christian Fellowship folks. Claremont is a multi-denominational community of Claremont College's students who gather regularly for worship, to learn, and to build relationships and follow Jesus together. They've got some history and some great leadership down there. In January, First Friday Fellowship of the spring semester is coming up. Friday Fellowship. I love that. Back in my day, the weekend started Thursday night, so we didn't see people on Fridays, but we're glad that you all are able to do that. And a number of different small groups organized around some different stages and kind of areas of connection. So we've got a grad student group, athlete group, and for some of the various campuses in the university system. Great way to organize around the kind of groups that people are already connected with, people who are in that kind of the micro age ranges that are connected through, undergraduate and graduate school. So a little shout out to Claremont Christian Fellowship. Thanks for all you do. Let's check in on the progressive Christians at USC. Looks like they've had some alternative spring break experiences in Arizona, connected with the United University Church. Should we see what their video is? Let's check it out. Got some students sharing some of their connection with the campus ministry, speaking to the kind of multi-denominational connection that progressive students on this campus have. That's amazing. Anytime we can hear directly from our students as they can share their stories, and tell us what's up is a helpful way to go. So we give a little shout out to our friends there at Progressive Christians at USC. Thanks, friends. Good work. All right. We can't get to everybody today, but we are excited to keep on finding folks to talk to and about. Let's move over just to Arizona area. I wanted to lift up a couple of our folks that have recently shown up on our list. Got to zoom in sometimes real nice and close. Want to look at Valley Wesley? What a nice looking crew there. An international faith family for students at ASU. They've got a Monday night gathering to become part of the community, find belonging, some group studies to help you go deeper, and lots of good events coming up. Let's see if they've got anything still going on. Oh, The Chosen. Season 5, part 3 has been part of what they've been working on lately. Got some great pictures here of some pumpkins, some meals. What a good looking crew. Book and Bible studies and their weekly gathering. It's one thing to talk about God, and it's quite another thing to experience God. Kind of an organizing quote from Leonard Sweet. Gathering, games, and dinner, and worship and discussion. What if all of our worshiping communities had gathering and games and dinner and worship and discussion? What a world it would be. So thanks, Valley Wesley. Great job. Mosaic Campus Ministry over in San Angelo, Texas. They've got some worship opportunities, and they're busy helping students explore faith, live, love, and welcome each other. Their mission is to exist to be a Christ-centered, inclusive community where college students can explore faith, ask meaningful questions, serve others, and live out God's love in the world. We love it, Mosaic. Oh, pickleball. I think that's our I think that's our first pickleball picture, at least. Maybe many of our campus ministries are doing that. Check out these folks on Instagram. Give them a follow and a shout out if you can. Always great to get a little amplification of the work that we're doing. You'll see down here what is the reality for lots of our ZOE Campus ministries. They're supported by many denominations. So we've got Grace Christian Church, Disciples of Christ, Sierra Vista United Methodist Church, St. Paul Presbyterian, and others. The reality, I think, that we're living in is for just survival. Many campus ministries can build relationships with like-minded other denominational support, but also I don't think many of our students come for the majority probably come to our campus ministries in this season because the campus ministry has something good going on, not necessarily because they are good Methodists looking for their Methodist campus ministry. Instead, they will find the vibrant, thriving campus ministry that see on campus or that some of their friends are already attending. So, anything we can do to build thriving communities, when that can happen because of partnerships, that's great. And what ZOE would like to do is make sure that each of our campus ministries knows the various supportive congregations that might be around them, along with the 130 or so campus ministries that are already kind of in our database. And while we're seeking more, We've got hundreds and hundreds of other Progressive Christians Uniting congregations who have already signed up to say, we'd like to be a part of a network of progressive faith communities. And they just so happen to be right around many of our campus ministries. So we're in the business of trying to build those connections for multi-denominational support. So shout out to Mosaic Campus Ministry. Moving along, what I love is this little line down here. If you can see it on the road here, right here. Austin, Houston, Louisiana, all the way across Alabama, everything. We're wrong to assume that progressive campus ministry only happens on the coasts or in the Midwest or something, because what we know is that it's happening everywhere. Let's take a look at Treehouse Campus Ministry. Look at that. Good looking crew. You're always welcome at Treehouse. The grace-filled, Christ-centered community welcoming to all students and young adults. That includes you. Whether you are Aggie or Buck, silly or serious, quiet or crazy and outgoing, conservative or liberal, country kid or city kid, LGBTQIA plus or straight, got it all figured out or just faking it, you're welcome here. That's an important statement. And we thank them for making it. Let's see what they're up to. It's a funny time because everybody's getting done for the semester. But they've got a study hall. They've got conferences that they're taking people to, coffee and conversation moments, and more. Having a sense of moments in the broader calendar, like World AIDS Day, is another way that our campus ministries have been able to tap into their connections on campus, build new relationships with folks who are mobilizing around those issues and might not have had a religious partner before. I know that many times at New Student Org Day, when we've reached out to maybe the LGBT student groups and we've asked, have you had a faith partner? They really have looked at us with like, are you crazy? Because that's not been their experience of faith partners in the past. So whenever we can show up as ZOE Campus Ministries and show the world the face of a justice-seeking, radically inclusive, and action-oriented faith communities, then I think we can do well. So thanks, Treehouse, for that continued witness in the world. We got Houston Canterbury. There we go. Seeking and serving Christ, embracing all persons across our campus and beyond. They got some mental health resources and scholarship opportunities. Those are good to lift up. Everybody is encouraged to prioritize well-being and mental health amongst our students. And we can do so through things like what Houston Canterbury is offering. We got individual counseling options, group therapy, stress management, and coping skills, mindfulness, and meditation. I mean, why not give people all the tools they need to be happy, healthy, and pursuing lives of meaning? Thanks, Houston Canterbury. Moving across, we got the Wesley Foundation at LSU. Community of students learning the way of Jesus. Down there in Baton Rouge. Find out more about what they're up to. Sometimes my internet is a bit slow. Looks like we got dinner with friends, evening prayer, Friday fellowship. Another Friday fellowship group. Oh, that's great. Thanks, friends. We appreciate what you are up to. Don't be a stranger to the give button on any of our campus ministries. A little goes a long way. If you could set up $5 at a time, a little monthly contribution to your favorite campus, support the campus ministry of where your son or goddaughter goes to, it'd be great, even if you didn't have any connection with those campuses earlier. Anything can help, and thanks for it. We're just moving along this line there at the bottom around the Gulf. We got the Wesley Foundation at the University of South Alabama. Your home away from home. Oh, this is a good here. If you're not into giving money, there's always a great opportunity to do the wish list. You can jump on and get them a crock pot, rice cooker, some Nintendo Switch controllers, cables, paper to print on, garbage bags, and batteries. Everything that makes the world go round in day-to-day ministry, campus ministry. That's beautiful. Otherwise, our folks at LSU are doing other good things. Let's see what we can lift up. Some of our campus ministries have amazing buildings that you can rent. It's another way to support them, build relationships with them. Down there, where they're doing some South Wesley pancake dinners. They're doing theology and life dinner and worship at the thing called the table. Lots of great things happening. I know some friends that they have Taco Tuesday gatherings, and it's all based on the fact that the current campus minister only feels like they can make tacos. So that's all right too. We can always have tacos, or if pancakes are your thing, or whatever. That's great. Shout out down there to Wesley Foundation, the University of South Alabama. Let's complete our little southern line to see what's going on. Ukirk of Tallahassee. 75 years plus of ministry. Many of our campus ministries have had a long tradition of being present there on campus. And what a wonderful thing that is. We'll just let that load. The Ukirk in Tallahassee's got Calvin's Coffee House. Love people and love coffee. They're inviting some end of year giving, as many of our campus ministries are. And they've got something here called the Virtual Sacred Space. We try to take cues from friends at faith communities like Checkpoint Church and others to make sure that we are present where students are spending time. And if that means being present in virtual spaces, then we can figure out good ways to do that while still addressing some of the limitations of those virtual spaces. This is great. Are you looking for resources in personal times of devotion and reflection, and some descriptions of how you can do that? You can contact Matt by email. And throughout the year, you can click to explore around here in this virtual space. That's great. Let's see. What should we click on? A plant? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I love it. Oh, here we go. Young adult volunteers. Many of our campus ministries have options for students to find meaningful work in their summers or gap year opportunities through denominational service projects, whether it's the Global Mission Fellows of the United Methodist Church or the Presbyterian USA version of the young adult service opportunities. It's a great way to do some discernment of where God is calling you while working in areas of hunger, immigration, etc. So to encourage everybody to figure out how you can support young adults in finding their opportunities for this kind of internship and service, but also supporting them as they go off into that work. Sometimes there's some fundraising needed and mentoring opportunities there. That'd be great too. So thanks, Ukirk in Tallahassee. Great job. Well, we've got lots more campus ministries that are present. Let's do a little run through here of some of them. Some of our campus ministries are actually small colleges. We'll give a shout out here to Southwestern College, Kansas, through chaplains' offices and pre-seminary programs. Lots of opportunities at a local college to pursue a kind of justice-seeking, affirming, and radically inclusive campus ministry. So we'll give a shout out to all of these folks. We try to make sure you can find the right link. So, links to a chaplain's office or a particular student group on a campus, we can do that. But whenever we've got people reaching out saying, we're doing the work that Zoe is intent on doing, we're going to get people to the right spot. So shout out to Southwestern College and all the folks over there. Over here in Nashville, we've got some good folks over here. UKirk, Nashville. They've got many campuses in Nashville, and it's a great way to kind of combine students into one group that might have chapters at each of them. We got some good folks here. Worship, service, and fellowship, an ongoing kind of focus area for all of our campus ministries. Weekly events at UKirk, Nashville. There's a main large group on Thursday nights at St. Augustine's Chapel in Vanderbilt's campus for dinner and casual interactive worship services. Again, dinner and, dinner and engaging worship. It's awesome. And Belmont Bongo Java every Wednesday at 10 a.m. for some coffee fellowship is a great spot. That's a great spot to grab some coffee and to talk. So shout out to you, Kirk Nashville, for that. Our folks down here at Kennesaw State, they call themselves the church lot because that's how students see their space, is this amazing parking lot. But they're using that space and that proximity to campus to pursue some really good ministries. Church Lot is a campus ministry, progressive faith community, part of a church. We're part church, part campus ministry, and part beautiful experiment. And we sure do appreciate those experimentations. The campus ministry, they're rooted in Lutheran theology with a focus on Jesus and teachings of grace. And our neighbors, affiliated with First Lutheran Church, registered student org. Many of our campus ministries exist in kind of a both and scenario. They are a ministry that is located as an independent 501c3 or as a part of a church, but they are also connected with a student-run registered student organization that is integrated with the life of the university. So, if any of you are professors or university staff and are looking for ways to connect with student groups that align with your faith practices, you want to support them as a mentor or guide, we'd love to make some introductions if you need them. And many of our campus ministries, like the church lot, are starting to think about how can we support youth ministries in our region so that once people are coming up out of, high school, they know to look for the campus ministries that are out there. So we encourage everybody in finding new ways to do that. And Zoe is doing our own discernment about how we can be supportive of progressive youth ministry broadly across the United States and around the world, so that we're creating an ongoing, broad movement of young people from youth through college and young adulthood, finding new ways for the church to help the world flourish. Shout out to the church lot, helping us think about all of those things. Let's look at the table at UGA. Oh, look at that. Where y'all belong. Y'all means y'all. The table is an inclusive Christian campus ministry in Athens, Georgia, affirms the full participation and dignity of people in all aspects of Christian life and ministry, regardless of race, ability, gender identity, or sexual orientation. They've got support from the Presbyterian Church, PCUSA, United Church of Christ, Christian Church, Disciples of Christ, and local congregations in the Cooperative Baptist Fellowship. That is a cool connection. The tables got a number of different groups that are organized around, freshmen, grad students, and queer faith folk who are looking for that kind of conversation. They're connected with our friends at the Montreat Festival, the Montreat Conference Center. So the college conference that's coming up on January 2nd. It's some folks that we are talking with now about how ZOE can be more supportive and of those gatherings. And look at that crew. What a crew. Shout out to the table. Great spot here to have a spot that says, I'm new. Help. How do I connect with you? Let's look at the table music. In the 2025 school year, the table is holding our first ever table music fellowship. It's an opportunity for musicians who desire to lead worship for communities of faith to learn and grow together in real, live worship settings under the mentorship of a worship musician with over 25 years' experience. What an amazing time. I mean, up in Detroit, we just ended up working with a bunch of students that were in the music program who were interested in working on some projects. And it looks like the table is finding another way to nurture that with some really good leadership and guidance. Shout out, table music. I love it. Where can we find you? Let's see. Well, go look for them on your, streamer of choice, or maybe just find their album and buy it on vinyl. That might be the better thing to do. Shout out to the table. Nice work. All right, friends, let's get up here into the Midwest a little bit, or maybe let's go over here. Christian Association at UPenn. Lots of good stuff going on over there. Got some leadership, some ZOE leadership that is there. Megan has just written a book. Gotta make sure that we're buying that book. They've got Wednesday night dinner and discussion. They got night church on the first Sunday evening of the month. That's fun. And Slanguage Thursdays at 9 a.m. via Zoom. Oh, let's look that up. Let's have them tell us what this is. Oh, there's a mentoring program called the Dana House Scholars Mentoring Program. And Slanguage, okay, currently media on Zoom. Slanguage is a free ESL class for non-native English speakers, their spouses, and other international community members near the University of Pennsylvania and Greater Philly area. It's designed to create a space to help improve English skills and ask questions. Beautiful. Anytime our campus ministries can have a sense of who else is around and what other services can be a blessing to that community, then we're moving in the right direction. Nice work, Christian Association. Good to know you. Moving through here, we got our friends at the Commonwealth of Oakland. Commonwealth of Oakland is a progressive and Jesus-centered community of faith that meets on-site and online. In their campus ministry work, they are a spiritual home for undergraduate and graduate students in Pittsburgh. A lot of vibrant Christian campus ministries in the area. So what are the things that makes them distinctive? Well, the Commonwealth is a progressive church, and they take the Bible too seriously to always take it literally. We celebrate LGBTQIA people and their spiritual gifts, and we believe Jesus cared about this life at least as much as the next life, and so we work together for social justice. Lovely crew. We're building some stuff. We're having some conversations at St. Arbuck's. We're doing some service projects. Doing a little witness and advocacy. Commonwealth of Oakland. And again, nice big button that says, I'm new. I love it. The bridge at Ohio University. There's a place for you at the table. The bridge is a place to love and be loved, to know and be known, to serve and to be served, to celebrate and to be celebrated. There's a bobcat. See what this was about. They've got some dinner gatherings, a group me to keep everybody informed, and an ongoing invitation to meet one-on-one with campus ministry leaders to have those kind of conversations that you can only have over coffee, one-on-one. It's a invaluable part of what we do across the ZOE network, finding ways for young adults to connect with students in a mentoring fashion and a personal conversation way, not just big programming, but conversations that lead to spiritual growth, health, and more. Let's take a look at Asheville Wesley. Don't journey through college alone. Let's do it together. They're the United Methodist Campus Ministry located at UNC Asheville. They connect with God. They help people connect with each other and with the world. We got some cozy games on Sundays, some Wesley D&D, and weekly Wesley gatherings every Thursday for free meal, fun games, and great conversations. Nice work, folks. Here's the local church's opportunity to support. We'd love to. There's an ongoing invitation. Our campus ministries can be conduits for connections with local churches, particularly when those local churches have some focused opportunities for young people to connect, whether that's a service project or a young adult Bible study or other. I would say all of our campus ministries are blessed when they have good relationships with local churches in their area. Sometimes that means a van coming from campus to your worship service. Other times it means students being helped to find the things that you're doing that they might connect with in very in ways that bless both the student and the church. Sometimes with our campus ministries, it's important that the churches that they connect with are on the same page and are of a like mind. Our reconciling ministries in local churches in the United Methodist Church, and they have similar programs across other denominations, are great ways to let students know that your congregation cares about the same things that they do. And anytime our campus ministries can put nice big pictures of supportive churches on their campus ministry page to help people find you, then that's a great gift as well. Thanks, Asheville Wesley Foundation. Appreciate you. Oh, we just had a conversation up here. Uniplace is a church that was near campus and then sold their building and is now worshiping in the YMCA on campus. So they are surrounded and are in kind of a new space of figuring out how they exist. And so they're doing some great stuff. It's a church on the move and all are welcome. And I think those are two things that our students, ZOE on Campus students, really like to see. Uniplace is very focused on a meal and feeding ministry that they have. So there's free dinner on Wednesdays. They've got kind of food pantry things going on. And it's something that they are known for on campus as well. Oh, you're that church with the food. They're also working on some worship and music opportunities, all good things that they've got going. We just want to give them a shout out. And I think they are, they are working with the times, and they're finding out ways that they can be most effective. Not being too precious about where we've been, but holding on to the heritage that we bring over a long period of time, and finding new ways to kind of live that out. So shout out to UniPlace. Let's take a look at Brent House up here at the University of Chicago. They got Sunday services at and supper at 5:30. They've got that's beautiful. Check out their Facebook for more. You got a Thursday church, Advent lessons and carols, Sunday Eucharist and supper, afternoon tea. Love it. Brent's Day. What then shall we do? Lots of good things over at Brent House. Good to see you all. Heading up into cheese country, we got Pres House at University of Wisconsin-Madison. Many of our campus ministries have or are pursuing options for students to live, to have housing where they are. Pres House is a place that you can call home. Bring all of who you are and find yourself among friends. Some testimonies here. Pres House exposes me to a belief system that are different from my own and how I've been taught to believe. I feel more comfortable talking to people of varying identities because of the open space at Pres House. It's awesome. Bring all of who you are. They've got Taekwondo, Queerly Beloved, Exploring the Bible, Grad Coffee, Candid Coaching, Music Team, Freshman Connection, and more. What a great list of things to connect with Pres House on. And we'll just go all the way over here to Ames, the Vine Campus Ministry at Iowa State. You are welcome here. Shout out to Jen, who we've been praying for this week for her. She's had some health issues, and we want to give a shout out to all of the campus ministers that have all of their own lives going on and all of the challenges and struggles and celebrations that those bring. And they choose to kind of be in this space of making their lives available to students and supporting them in their own. So shout out to Jen and all the folks at the Vine. The Vine is a campus ministry at Collegiate Presbyterian Church where all are not only welcome, but celebrated, affirmed, and empowered. The Vine is a place where we can all belong. They've got small groups, Thirsty Thursdays, intersectional justice grants, retreats, and more. That's the Vine Student Ministry. Well, friends, it's not everybody, but we just say thank you for the support that people have given to all of these campus ministries individually, and your support of ZOE hopefully helps us to amplify their stories and the work that their students are doing. Got the University Lutheran Center up here in South Dakota. We've got the Wesley Campus Ministry at the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point, one of our newer ZOE campus ministries. Oh, and sometimes I just can't reach these because there we go. Sometimes you gotta spend a little time waiting for the internet when you're down here in New Zealand. They're an inclusive campus ministry serving the UWSP community. All belong, all affirmed, all loved. Got our friends over here at Progressive Christian Worship at the St. Lawrence University. Again, this is an opportunity for us to point people in the direction of chaplain's office at a local college. All are welcome, and they've got a number of different opportunities for religious practices, interfaith gatherings, and more. Whoever you are and wherever you are on life's journey, you are welcome. Thanks to the St. Lawrence folks there. It brings us back around over to the East Coast. Well, United Campus Ministry at Plymouth State University, Reflection and Spiritual Care Center, campus ministries here, and a host of religious leaders to help students practice their faith, their interfaith and spiritual wellness practices, and more. So shout out to them. So this is us. You can find this list at zoeoncampus.org, and we encourage you to go over there. Some of the other additional things for this map are all of our Progressive Christians Uniting congregations that we're working on making sure are updated here, so that we see our campus ministries in the context of the broader faith community, progressive movement Christians everywhere. The other thing we're working to build, along with our campus ministries and our congregations, are the various mission and service destinations that are welcoming of LGBTQIA plus folks and practices of progressive Christianity. So we'll find places like Cross Connection, Sierra Service Project, and Motown Mission in Detroit. And we are seeking more to put on this list so that as our ZOE campus ministries are looking for places to go and serve, they can find them, as well as retreat centers and camps. And these are all different layers on our map that we are building now. Holden Village, we talked about. Kirkridge Retreat Center, Lake Louise Christian Community, and Montreat Conference Center are just some of them. And we're continuing to build that as we go. You can find all of that and more on ZOE On Campus, zoeoncampus.org. And it should just take you here, a landing page for some information about who we are, about who our founders, Brian McLaren and Jim Burklow, have a dream for, and they've put up a matching grant. So any money that you give this time around is taking money right out of Brian McLaren's pocket for support of ZOE On Campus. We're over 75% of the way to our goal for the year. And if you have any end of year giving that you are interested in sending along to ZOE On Campus, it's an important and kind of amplified time to do that. So we invite you to do that from zoeoncampus.org. ZOE is for students, ZOE is for campus ministries and campus ministers, and we're trying to make sure that we are a hub for lots of good stories coming out. So you can follow us on Flipboard, you can join the ZOE On Campus. There's a Discord for students, there's a WhatsApp for campus ministers, and more. If you are part of a campus ministry that isn't already listed here, you can find our database here of our campus ministries. You can search them by campus or just by their name or by country as we grow. But you can also click this button right here, list your group, and here is our update, ZOE Updates form. This is a great spot. If you're already a campus minister connected with ZOE, you can give us an update with new pictures, new link to a new website, all of that new language for your campus ministry. Use the same form if you are brand new and you haven't been listed yet, but you'd like to be listed on the ZOE Campus Ministry database and map, and we'll get that worked out, and we'll call you because we'd love to chat. We'd love to get you connected with our new opportunities that are coming up, like interviews here on Substack, co-write things, featuring articles that you write, getting you and your students on our ZOE On Campus podcast, and or talking with you about developing a ZOE supported podcast of your own that can be on our Apple Podcast channel and that we can help produce alongside of you. We're looking for a host of shows that help local campus ministries succeed, be informed, be inspired. And we can only do that with help and connections with folks like you. So I hope this is a good way to celebrate joy this week. to see our maps of all these places where we already are, but also to think about all the places that we could go if we joyfully pursue this progressive Christian life together and find new ways and be creative with our resources to find new ways to support students in their exploration. So with that, I'll sign off. Happy Advent, everyone. Go look for joy and share what you find for everybody to be inspired. Peace.